good afternoon class. So welcome to our MAPE class. And grabe, ang bilis ng panahon, no? Imagine, we're now on the third quarter for the school year 2020-2021. Konting kembot na lang will be on the fourth quarter na. Okay, but well, for today, this is a very exciting topic and one of the favorite topics that I want in art. So we will start from arts, okay? And particularly arts and crafts of Mindanao. Okay, so let's jump through it. Wait lang. Okay. So, Mindanao arts and crafts. Um, well, let's have an overview, a little overview of what Mindanao is. So, Mindanao class is referred as the land of the promise. Why? Because we all know that Mindanao is rich with natural resources. Before nga, parang when I spoke with a previous professor, he told me na hindi pa natatap pero kaya pinag-aagawan ng Mindanao because meron tayong oil or may langis dyan na mas magiging mas mayaman pa tayo sa Saudi Arabia. Okay, or sa Saudi na kapag yan natap at na-develop, lahat ng Pilipino mayaman. So this is called the land of the promise. And they're really rich in culture. Okay? And actually, class, Mindanao has the most number of indigenous groups and also the biggest number of Muslims in the whole of the Philippines. So what will be our objective for this topic? Of course, you will be able to identify the characteristics of arts and crafts in Mindanao. Second, you'll be able to appreciate the artifacts and art objects in terms of their uses and their distinct use of art elements and principles. So again, arts and crafts of Mindanao. I actually got a video of Catriona Gray. First, of course, she's one of my idols. And apart from that, bira lang kasi ako ma-impress. Pero sobra talagang impress ako sa kanya. She's really an epitome of beauty and brain. So, and I like this video because she was able to feature the arts and crafts of Mindanao. So, nabigyan naman niya ng hustisya. Okay, so let's try to play the video. And I want you to really watch it closely and take note as well. Okay, wait. Oh, sorry. Wait. I don't know why it's not playing. Let me play it. There you go.
Welcome to the land of dreamweavers! I've always had this certain reverence for Mindanao. I've always wanted to go and experience the culture firsthand because it's somewhere I'd never been before. And to see that culture and that tradition has been passed down and is being kept to this day in such good condition, it makes you feel really hopeful. I really admire how the people they're very connected to nature. They draw all their inspiration, their spirituality from nature, and it's reflected in their work, like in weaving tinala. craftsmanship, their art, their handiwork, their products that they make. I fell in love with it because of the history of it and what it means to them and the reverence and respect that they have for their craft. So I think, if people were to realize that, it would really add value to that product, and people would be proud to own a product from Mindanao.
All right. Okay, so I hope that this video has inspired us and not only our curiosity, but we also, just like Catriona Gray, would be able to take pride of our cultural heritage. Right? So it doesn't matter if you're from Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao. We're one. We belong in one country. So if we know this, of course we know the craftsmanship that our kababayan are doing, right? So, let's continue. So, that's just the, what do you call this? Kumbaga sa appetizer. But of course, please, I want you to really listen very carefully. Take note if you can. Actually, you can replay the video anyhow. Because afterwards, you will have your uh, quiz number 1 in arts. Okay? So, let's continue. Okay. So lesson 1, we'll talk about the attire, textiles, and tapestries of Mindanao. Okay, we'll talk about the 5 tribes of Mindanao. So the first one is the Bilaan or Bilaan. Okay, they are an ethno-linguistic group that inhabit some parts of South Cotabato, North Cotabato, and Davao del Sur. So just focus yourself or look into their attire. Okay, so they have, or they also cut mother of pearl into small shapes that look like sequins or sequins. It's called takmun. Okay. So if you notice on the picture, okay, if you notice her long sleeves, there's some takmun there. Yun yung mga sequins or small mother of pearl. Okay, so kinat nila yon, and then they created a lot of sequins sa blouses. And sometimes even sa skirt nila or belts. So that's how creative they are. Okay, let's continue. For Bilaan tribe or sa tribo ng mga Bilaan, their textile usually contain 3 colors. Shades of black or brown, red or ochre, and ecru. So, ecru is the color of undyed abaka. Ito yung puti. Hindi pa siya nadaday. Or hindi pa siya na kukulayan. Okay, they have what we call the ikat. So, actually, class, ikat is a dyeing technique designs woven into fabric. So, yung abaka ginagawa nilang fabric, nagiging ganyan tela. And it's really not, it's mano-mano Hindi siya yung, you think that there's like a machine who weave this thing. No, they do it on their own. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so we're done with the first one. The second tribe is the Bagobo or Bagobos. They are a group of people who live in Davao. Their clothes are made from special textile woven from abaca fibers called tinalak. So if you notice, class, they love to weave. That's why Catriona Gray mentioned before, it's the land of dream weavers, right? Because that's their skills. They are very skilled in terms of weaving. So mahirap 'yon, class, hindi biro. It's really a painstaking process to do. So if you will notice, if this is the type of arts that they have in their textile, so siguro we could say na yung attitude nila, they are very patient. Patient talaga. Kasi and hardworking. So those are the common values that we also have as Filipinos. Okay, let's continue. Where's my mouse? Okay, so the third tribe is the Tiboli. Okay, this they are actually famous for their complicated beadwork, wonderful woven fabrics, and beautiful brass ornaments. So that's on the picture. You'll see that these women or girls are wearing their at their dress, skirt, and if you notice, even yung headdress nila, there's a lot of beadwork there. So yeah, it's very just like Catriona Gray, right? So when she visited the Tiboli tribe, 'di ba, meron siya yung parang may mga beads dito sa hair. So they love that, and it's very nice. And you know, if if Catriona Gray was able to showcase this to the world, and you know our Miss Universe have done that, and people appreciate that. So mas lalo dapat tayo, right? Kasi sariling atin to eh. We have to really love and appreciate and support. Tiboli also class is are the weavers, and they actually believe that their ancestors visit them in their dreams to teach them the design and patterns to weave. So, yung mga wini-weave nila o hinahabi nilang tela, it is inspired by their dreams. So parang may message laging para yun nga sinasabi 'di ba kanina sa video na hindi lang sila basta-basta gumagawa na feel lang nila gawin ganon. So, it's also drawn from an inspiration, message from their ancestors. Of course, some of us might find it weird, pero that's their culture, right? So we have to respect that and we have to appreciate actually. Kasi in fairness naman, 'di ba? Panalo naman talaga yung kanilang mga mga patterns and designs. So, let's continue. Okay, so the next tribe is the Maranao. Maranao, or it actually means that people of they are the people of the lake, referring to people who occupy the land surrounding Lake Lanao. Okay, so malapit sila sa lake. If you notice their attire, wait, let me skip that part. Okay, so they have what we call. Sorry, let me go back. Okay, the malong. Okay. If you see the one on the picture, she's actually wearing a malong, and she's dancing a traditional dance called the Kapa Malong Malong or Sambisa Malong. It demonstrates the various ways of wearing a malong and its uses. Okay. So, malong class is a traditional tube skirt made of hand-woven or machine-made colored cotton cloth bearing a variety of geometric or ochre designs. When you say geometric patterns, ito yung mga shapes. Like yung mga may lines, circle, square. Okay, and the last tribe class is the Yakan. So, Basilan is the home to the Yakans. They are also popular for their skills in weaving. Okay, so that's how their attire looks like and the textile. So they have the seputangan. It is actually a square cloth used by the Yakan women as a head cover or as a belt. And the baju lapi, it is actually a tight blouse with long sleeves. So nakikita nyo naman sa picture. So yan po yung baju lapi. It's ornamented with gold, silver, or bronze buttons. Or buttons. Okay, and they have the sawal or salawal. So, I don't know if you know the Tagalog salawal, right? But they call it sawal. It is a traditional tight-fitting trousers made of yakan fabric characterized by its vertical stripes. Class, when you say trousers in Western countries, trousers means pants or slacks. Sa atin, we call it slacks, but Western countries call it trousers. Alright, let's continue. Alright, and they have the pinalantupan. This is a type of skirt layered over the trousers. So, they're wearing trousers and then meron silang pinalantupan. Yun yung parang skirt over the trousers. Okay, so that's it. We've already talked about all the tribes in Mindanao and also the attire and the textile that they have. So class, after watching this, just go ahead and log into your Google Classroom or to our Google Classroom, check the classwork, and I've already uploaded there the quiz number 1 for arts for this topic. Very easy, it's only a 10 item, so I hope everyone will have a perfect score. Okay? So I just have one last quote here. So, a people without the knowledge of their past, origin, and culture is like a tree with no roots. Okay, so I hope that would send us the message. Now we have to really appreciate our cultural heritage. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Please answer quiz number 1 in G Classroom under Arts. Thank you. God bless and keep safe. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know that you want to focus and study and you have a lot of things to do. So, thank you for listening and watching. Okay, bye bye.